Hello class 8, hope you all are good. Let's continue chapter 3, elements, compounds and mixture. In previous video we have already discussed about the elements and compounds and their properties. Right? Now let's discuss what mixtures. Mixtures, what is a mixture? Mixture is made up of two or more substances. These substances may be elements or compounds or both, right? And they are mechanically mixed together in any proportion. And always remember, mixture retain the properties of its constituent elements or compounds. Okay, now let's see the examples of mixtures. When two elements like copper and zinc, when they mix together, they form a mixture that is called brass. Brass is your what? Pital. It is made up of copper and zinc. Right. Next is your what? Mixture which is made up of two compounds. That is your when you mix salt. Salt is your namak, and its chemical formula is sodium chloride. When mixed with water, it forms a salt solution, and that is a mixture of two compounds. Now next is a mixture of element and compounds. You take a sulfur, carbon, two elements, and potassium nitrate, that is a compound. When these are mixed, you get a mixture that is called gunpowder, which is a mixture of elements and compound, right? Next is your mixture is of two types. It may be homogeneous or it may be heterogeneous. Now first we will talk about the homogeneous mixture. Now what is homogeneous mixture? It is a mixture in which constituents are uniformly mixed. Constituents means the components. Means suppose when you are mixing salt and water, the salt and water are two constituents. They are uniformly mixed. And second is the properties and composition are same throughout the mixture. Right? If you just see the properties and composition of the mixture from any part of that mixture, they are always same. Now next is just look at the examples of this one. Example of two solids. When two solids mix together, they form a homogeneous mixture. Like copper and zinc, when mixed, they form a brass, and brass is a homogeneous mixture. Now solid and liquid, when you mix salt and water, you get a homogeneous mixture. When two liquids are mixed, that is your alcohol and water. When they are mixed, then you get a homogeneous mixture, right? And the same way, air is a mixture of two or more gases like your nitrogen, oxygen, and carbon dioxide and other noble gases, right? Now next is your heterogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous mixture is a mixture in which constituents are not uniformly mixed and properties and composition are very means different throughout the mixture. Examples: when you take a iron, when mixed with sulfur powder, when iron pieces are mixed with sulfur powder, you get a heterogeneous mixture, because you can easily see iron particle as well as sulfur particle. The same way, when you mix sand and water, what's happened? You can easily, sand particles are easily visible and water is also easily visible. Now next is your two liquids. When you mix oil and water, they form what? Immiscible mixture, means it cannot be easily mixed with water. So it is a heterogeneous mixture, right? Let's take an example of homogeneous mixture. We will take salt, one component, and water, another component. And now we mix both the components. When you dissolve this salt in water, what's happened? Both the components can easily mix with each other, right? And now you leave this solution for some time. Now next is you take another beaker and half fill it with water, right? Then you take a 1 spoon of sand, right? This is a sand, right? And mix it in where? In this water. Now you mix this sand in water. Just see and leave both the solution for some time. Now what do you observe? That in first solution, first is your homogeneous mixture and second one is your, second one is your what? It is your heterogeneous mixture. Okay, now just see the first mixture. In this mixture, this is your salt solution, right? Can you see any salt particles in this mixture? No. So here components are uniformly mixed and the properties and composition is same throughout the mixture. If you take a solution from upper surface or a lower surface, it will remain same. The properties are remain same, and it is called what? Homogeneous mixture. But if in case with this mud water or sand water, just see the sand is settled down at the bottom and upper water start clearing. So the proper these components are not uniformly mixed in heterogeneous mixture, and properties and composition is what? Vary means different throughout the mixture. Just see the particles, they settle down at the bottom, and in this way we can say it is a heterogeneous mixture. Understood, children? Okay. Let's discuss differentiate between compounds and mixtures. Compounds, in compounds, components are present in a fixed proportion, but in mixtures, components are present in a different proportion. They can be because in mixture components can be mixed in any proportion, right? And nature wise compounds, they are always homogeneous, but mixtures are maybe homogeneous or heterogeneous. Next is your properties wise. In compounds, components do not retain their original properties. Means, for example, when hydrogen mixes with oxygen, right, both are gases, but when they mix together they form a water, and water is a liquid, and the properties of water are totally different from the properties of hydrogen and oxygen. Next is your mixture. But in mixture, components retain their original properties. For example, when iron powder is mixed with sulfur powder, right, that iron powder can be easily removed from the mixture by using what? Magnet. They have a same properties. The properties of iron and sulfur are retained in the mixture. Now next is your separation wise. How can you separate out the components of a compound? Components can be separated by chemical means only, not by physical means. But in case of mixture, components of the mixture can be separated by physical means only, right? Now just see an example. When iron in a compound iron sulfide, when you when you mix iron and sulfur in a fixed proportion, you get a compound iron 2 sulfide. And if you want to separate out this iron from this iron 2 sulfide by using magnet, you are not able to separate out this iron, right? But in case when iron is mixed in with sulfur powder in any proportion, then you get a mixture of iron and sulfur. But in here, what's happened? This iron pieces can be easily separated out by using magnet from this mixture. Thank you, children.